Good morning. This is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and I am so glad you're back with me. Welcome to all my subscribers and my new subscribers. I so appreciate it. It's very nice to have you all with me. We are working on a snippet roll, and for those of you just joining, the snippets rolls are done on these old spools. This one I have attached a doily to the bottom, and it was my prototype, so it's using a little smaller lace, but I'm doing 5 of these for gifts. Let me put that back. I'll show you what size roll these are going to go on. These are a much smaller roll. They are on the inside 4 1/4 here, and what, about 1.5 inches there? No, 3/4 inch from the spool to the outside edge. On the outside they are about 5 1/4 inches tall. We're going to put ours on with this as the top, and this will be our bottom, our base. But before we can put anything on here, we need to start putting the ephemera on. So I'll let you hang out with me for a little bit while I do this. I tried to clean up my mess. This is laid out here to put on here. I am inked up to about here with these pieces. I need to move these all up a little bit so that I can move my snippet up a little bit. So let's go down to this end that we're working on. And what I want to do here is have just an initial greeting to the person that's going to get this. So on this one, it's going to be this, and this little lady. And I have just a little rose here for her, and a heart. Now I have another heart I might put on here, maybe right here, or there. So I have not inked it up, I just saw it while I was getting ready here. So I hope you can hear me okay. I think I need to change my batteries. I did not do that yesterday. So that one, no, like this. You make the world a better place to be. Now I am going to have a little piece of lace right there. Let me see if I can find it. And it will probably go like this towards the inside. I could go this way. But that's a pretty thin area to put it on. So I'll probably put it like this. So I still want to be able to read this. Let me put that back in my box over there. So let's just start right here and put these pieces on. Shake up my glue. You know, I think I want a piece of different language paper on there. So I'm just going to ink it up a little bit. Now I have gone through and I have inked up the whole piece to make it look a little more vintage. I thought it would look better that way. And my glue says, I'm not working today. No, no, no. You can't make me. Oh, yes, I can. You watch this glue. Now watch, it won't work. When it first starts out, it always has goobers in it. Already got glue on my finger. Yeah, just about like that. So I'm going to put that there as close to the edge as I can. Now I may have to trim these off a little bit, but that will be okay. Forgot to glue the paper part down. You really want to be sure this glue gets to the edges, because as this rolls up onto the roll, onto the wooden spool, it can kind of come apart. You know, it can open things up, I guess is more appropriate. So it can make it peel back a little bit. So to prevent that, you want to be sure you get things glued down good. And let's see. I'm going to put her right about there. And I have, so the snippet roll is almost done. I went ahead and finished up with the, I'm going to get this stuff out of the way. I went ahead and finished up this other end and completed this. I darkened up all the little pieces and applied them. And then I went through and I put in these little flowers. Now, I hope they'll stay. And then I put this real blingy one right here. But I put flowers in all the way down. And I put that one there, but it's way too close because it's going to hit the lace. But, you know, it's there. Now, one thing I do need to do is I need to go around and clip some of these areas. I had a couple down here and I want to clip those, but I don't want to clip my lace. Just so they're not hanging in the way of the second piece of lace that I want to put there. And then we need to clip up here. So let's flip it over. You can see that we have a few areas. It's not bad. So let's take our scissors. And I find these long scissors work really good for this. I don't know why they do, but maybe because I don't have to squeeze my hand in there, that the length of the scissors is actually giving the space to do the clipping. And that looks good. I mean, there's lots of little ones, but those aren't going to really hurt anything. Let's come down here and we'll clip a couple threads. The glue on the other side should help hold these threads in good. I did do a little bit of back spacing, but you really can't do much with the zigzag, at least not on my machine. It doesn't allow me to back up, reverse as much as I want. So I'm going to try and apply this very carefully right to the edge. I don't really want the glue to get everywhere. Well, I especially don't want to get glue down in my nice lace down here. So I'm going to be extra careful there. Now the other thing we need to do is probably get under these a little bit. Let me get a little tool over here. There we go. Oops, sorry. That must have been very loud because it was here. So I'm going to apply a little bit of glue on the edges of these. It's a little extra work, but it's worth it because it will help it to lay down better and stay adhered. My next thought is do we need a doily under this one? The other one, it shows up really good. On this one, I don't know if it will because I don't know how it's going to wind up. Okay, I'm back. So we have this one. I mean, it would give it a finished look down there. I have this one that's getting bigger. I was going to make some, but gosh, I just don't think I have time. And we have this one. Oh, that's pretty. That's a tatted one, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe a real fine crochet. Either one of these, I think, works fine. This one's very pretty. It's very old. Even this one is pretty. I mean, it's quite large. I should just make some. This one's very pretty. I like this one though with this because it's so delicate. And this lace is just delicate. But the nice thing about this one, if you put that right in the center, is it's nice and thick and oops. Same way with this one. It's big and it comes out from where the lace is. But you can see that it's just going to probably be in the way. So I think we'll try it without this time. And if we need something on it, we can come back and do that. That's not going to be the problem. Okay. Now we have to apply this to here. And the way I did it before was I applied this piece first, so that it just on the edge, so that this would go around and be all glued in. The reason I wanted it all glued in is so that this isn't slipping up and down on here like this. So however we do it, it needs to be, don't want to catch anything on fire with my lamp over there. It's supposed to stay cool, but you just never know. So I think maybe we have to get it on there nice and straight too. So I think maybe the thing to do is go ahead and apply some glue to this piece. Let's switch it over that way. Yeah. We'll put it on the pink one first, and then we'll slowly roll it. to here. How's that sound? Sound A-OK-O to you? Okay. Nervous, nervous, nervous. I discovered that they needed to be glued to the spool when I did the other one, because I found out it would slip around too much. I'm just going to apply that right on there. Maybe up to there. Okay. Okay, so before we mess with that, let's let it dry, and then I will come back and we will roll it up and see if it works. What do you think? Let's have a look. Here's our spool. Have some hearts. They got kind of covered up under there with that bigger lace. And of course, our lady got covered up. Her head is behind that curtain. And then we have our tying ribbon. Okay, so messing with that, I can see it's already trying to come loose. So I need to let that dry completely. And that will let us know if we're going to have to put a piece of trim right there. Definitely tell that it was on there a little bit crooked. I guess I should have left it a little room up there, but I wanted to leave room for the lace down here. Okay, I'm leaving it alone. Don't touch it, Angela. Nope, don't touch it. Oh yeah, we gotta not touch it. Look at that glue that showed up there. So we may have to figure out something to do with some of that glue, like right through here. Maybe there's some glitter or something I need to put there. But it definitely showed up. I didn't know that I was off by that far. Now sometimes it will peel off when it's still a little damp. But sometimes it'll peel your paper right with it. Yeah. So we'll take a look at that. I'll think about it and see if there's anything we want to do about it. I have a feeling we're just going to have to let it go. I mean, we could put a velvet ribbon across there, or we could still do this. Now that reminds me of why I did this, was because I was trying to cover up glue and stuff. So there is that option as well. So let's have a look. Sometimes looking up there is better. Sorry about that, I switched you off instead of brought you in. Sorry. You know, the pink is okay on it. It does, I do have a velvet ribbon. The velvet one would be pretty up there, wouldn't it? This is very pretty, I love it. But I just don't know if it's what it needs. I mean, the more lace the better, right? I think I've decided I'm going to place this one on Etsy. I do love it. It's just so pretty. So pretty. I have more coming, more spools. I was able to win a bid yesterday, so I think I will be making some for my Etsy shop. So this or that, this or that. I'll look for my my velvet ribbon. I'm going to have to find it. I may not have enough of it. Don't know. But it would look good if we trimmed up there and trimmed down here. That would kind of give it a picture frame, wouldn't it? And give it some more dimension. Of course, that may make it pop off of the spool too, when we try to get it wound up. But that is pretty. And that does get rid of that, all those glue marks, which it needed. It's just because the glue squished out. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to bring you back when this is dry, and so you get to see beginning to end. I don't know if you'll see beginning to end. I think it's 2 parts. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hi, we're back. It is dry, and it is time to try and roll it up. I don't know how it's going to go. It is stiff, very stiff. But it's also one of those things that will loosen up as it gets wound and unwound, you know, several times. So let's just see what it does. Oh boy, it's just going to fit too. Look at that. It just made it. So you'll want to flip 2 of these this way and 1 this way. And you are going to have to kind of hold that down as you get this tied. Otherwise, it will come undone, because it's like a big spool of, you know, thread. If you let it all go, it will eventually come all off the bobbin. And let's see, let's turn it around. Mess with that bow some more. And there it is. So if you want it to stand up, yeah, good thing we didn't put the doily under it. Where's your insides? So maybe you have to wrap it just a little bit looser around there. And then it kind of makes its own little skirt here. Yeah. So there we go. Project number 2 is complete. it's like, oh, what is that? That is so cute. How wonderful. So let's take this out a little bit. There it is. Our second snippet roll. So now let's see how it unwinds. We'll see if anything pops off. So far, so good. And there we are. Down to the end. It looks like everything stayed fine. Okay. So, what if we wind it a little bit to start with the ribbon in the more up position. And then as we get more towards the outer edge, so it's a little bit looser. And this glass mat's a little slippery for it. There we go. That's better. There. Yes, much better. Just a little bit looser, and it made all the difference. Now it sits more flat on the table, and still bunches up nicely and gives it a base. So that's how it looks when it's sitting on the base. The only real problem we ran into, really, was that Our Lady's head is covered. So I may look around for another ballet lady that will cover this one and put her on here, so she's not hiding behind the curtain. And there we go. All done. So there we go. I'll get these videos all edited together, and then you'll be able to view them all. She could have a heart head down there, or we could cover her with a clock, or perhaps a bird. I mean, there might be something in here that we can cover with. I know there is still one flower left that we did not use, but I don't know really where it went right now. Oh, here it is. So we could cover the lady with some flowers. And that still looks okay. But I think we'll just leave her, because I don't want to cover up the words. And if I can find another ballet lady, I will do that. But other than that, I think it turned out beautiful. Lots of fun to make. I can see how using fabric to make these would be even better, but that wouldn't use up my scraps, so I have to do it this way because I need to use up some papers. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you in the next video. Bye!